Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode of the Max Carlson Road to Glory. Today's game we are going to be going to the humble Little Caesars Peaceable taking on number 19 Ohio. And I gotta say it's going to be a somewhat difficult game on our hands here today, as you know, they may not be a better team on paper, but they're ranked 19th in the country for a reason. So hopefully we can come out and get this bull victory. And you know, let's start out with this very first play of the entire game, at least for the Tennessee offense. Gonna start with a little sticks concept, which usually run pretty well. Get it over to Xavier Stewart for a 13-yard gain. Second and 10 though. After John Johnson had to carry that, went absolutely nowhere. We're actually going to run this read option here real quick, but Ohio is definitely ready for it. They're not the most talented team on paper, but they're definitely pretty smart though, if I say so myself, as they got me for a loss of 3 yards, which of course kills the coach trust on Heisman difficulty for those that play Road to Glory at the Heisman difficulty. Third and 14 though. Gonna drop back the pass, get it to our tight end Dre Miller, who thankfully makes the catch for me for 17 yards on the play, and it's a fresh set of downs for us to work with here. A couple of plays later though, gonna drop back the pass once again, gonna get it to Dre Miller, who actually makes a tackle and miss, and then fights off a couple of other tacklers to make this a much shorter 3rd and 3. However, we're going into the speed option here. Max Carlson is going to use some of that instinct stuff that you're allowed to use in Road to Glory. Not very familiar with the speed option, so use it there in order to get the first down, and we're able to continue to drive as I throw a nice pass to Ron Campbell. And then second and goal for your Tennessee Volunteers here. Max Carlson's going to throw it up the middle to Ron Campbell, who's able to get a 8-yard touchdown score, putting us ahead 7-0. And of course, Ohio does not score, so we have an opportunity to do what SEC teams usually do to non-Power 5 schools and try to pull ahead here nice and quick. 3rd and 4 though, Max Carlson's going to drop back, and I nearly throw an interception. Did not see number 36 there. I was only focused on the one-on-one, and gonna have to punt it away. Plus they score on this drive, so now we got ourselves a tie game all of a sudden. Very short 2nd and 3 here, gonna run the no option, and of course, you know, I don't trust the running back to get any sort of yardage for me if you've seen previous appearances that Max Carlson has made throughout the season. So gonna keep it ourselves and gain 12 there, and then once again another read option, gonna be a gain of 10 yards for us for the first down. Next play though, Max Carlson's gonna drop back the pass. He's gonna get it to Xavier Stewart. Once again, that's going to go for a gain of 13 yards on the play. Another first down, and we are starting to hum around extremely well, because, you know, our offense may not be too terribly known for, you know, the deep pass or making it big plays, but, you know, do a good job of getting the ball upfield, but we get stopped here for a 4th down. And the kicker actually misses the previous field goal attempt, so I am going to be stuck with the without any points, but try to throw it to our man Xavier Stewart once again, and we catch Robert Mullins with the pass interference. 1st and 10 for Volunteers, and Max Carlson is coming off the play fake, and I don't even have any time to get this ball off whatsoever. So now we're faced with a really long 3rd and 21, and I don't have time to throw it, and I fumble it, and it's going to be stopped at the 1-yard line. Thankful that he tripped up before he was able to get into the end zone, but it does turn into an Ohio touchdown. So we're going to try to run this play again, and it's nearly picked off again, and Xavier Stewart can't corral the catch for me, but thankfully it falls harmlessly to the ground. It is 2nd and 10. Next thing you know, Jonathan Thomas, he gets a deflection, and now it's 3rd and 10 for Max Carlson and these Tennessee Volunteers here. Very difficult situation right now, and the tight end was not even looking. So now Ohio can get the ball back and make this a 2-score game, which is exactly what they do. So only a couple, 2.5 minutes left here in the first half, and going to try to run another play action, but Max Carlson simply does not have time. They don't respect the run game or the running back whatsoever, and it's just a lot for the young true freshman to take care of right now. Technically not one of those guys that's probably ready to take the burden, but Murphy goes up and tries to make a one-on-one catch, but of course it doesn't happen. Alright, so now we're down by 3 touchdowns, so starting to get pretty worried here, really reminiscent of the Georgia State-Tennessee game that happened in real life just a couple of days ago. Sorry if I triggered any actual Tennessee fans, the 2 that are left, of course. But Brett Cox is going to make the catch here, and we're going to call a timeout, our very first one. And then Corey Murphy, he makes another contested catch for me, gain of 15. 2nd and 8 for the Volunteers, though. Max Carlson's going to drop back to pass, throws a nice pass up the middle to Garrett Gross, who gains 21 yards for me, and we are now in the red zone. Where Max Carlson's going to drop back one more time, get it to Dre Miller, the tight end, and it was a beautiful throw up the middle for Tennessee's 2nd touchdown of the game, and we go into halftime down 2 scores. Thankfully, no Heisman cheese has occurred as of late, and Ohio did not score in the last 20 seconds, so we're only down by 2 scores. And look at this, John Johnson actually gets some positive yardage for us here. You can see his stats, he is really struggling on the day. 4 carries for only 1 yard so far today. 3rd and 5 though, going to get it out to Brett Cox again for a gain of 21 yards on the play. He's having a nice little day himself, 3 catches for 45 yards. But it'll be interesting to see if he can get a 4th one, and he sure is going to do that. He runs backwards for a split second, but regardless, he's still able to gain 16 yards on the play for a 1st down. 3rd and 8 though, a couple of plays later, Max Carlson drops back per usual, but Keith Simmons gets to him, and it's going to be a sack for a huge loss. Gonna have to punt it away, and then Ohio's, of course, they score once again. Nothing is just going right for the Tennessee Volunteers since the 1st quarter, it seems like. 2nd and 5 though, Max Carlson's going to run the no huddle, get it to Ron Campbell for a gain of 8, move the chains to the 1st down, and Max Carlson is going to move this football team into the no huddle, where Max Carlson's going to drop back to pass, but this time around, Torres is going to be able to get the interception, and I don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch him, but thankfully he goes out of bounds. That's the 1st interception thrown by Max Carlson, and it turns into a field goal, which is a 38-14 deficit with only 1 quarter remaining in this entire football game. Probably the very worst nightmare. Absolutely nothing has gone right in terms of game flow whatsoever, and so you have a true freshman quarterback like myself have to make all these throws. But right now we're doing okay on this particular drive. Ron Campbell with a 12-yard gain. And then in the no huddle, Max Carlson's going to drop back, get it to Garrett Gross one more time for our 3rd touchdown on the game. And then, of course, this extra 2-point conversion, which is successful. So now we're down 38-22. Unfortunately for us, though, they score once again. Really just having a hard time stopping these guys for whatever reason. Which is pretty crazy because our defense is usually pretty solid throughout the season. It's our offense that's always struggled, and today it seems like both have been just having a really difficult time getting going today. But right now we're going to just keep fighting, as Max Carlson did hit over 300 yards, so at least our stats are looking pretty solid, if I say so myself. But 2nd and 10 though, Max Carlson's going to drop back, get it to Ron Campbell, and it's a gain of 15 for one of my favorite targets on the team. 1st and 10, I'm going to drop back. I have a clean pocket for a change. Brett Cox is going to get the ball for me for a nice easy 14. And since we're down by so much, we just got to keep running the no huddle and Just gotta bank that the slants work, and this time it didn't work. So it's gonna be 2nd and 10. Very next play though, gonna do something slightly different as gonna do a little smash route, get it to Ron Campbell, who is immediately hit and goes down for a gain of 6. Next play, Max Carlson's gonna keep it here. He's gonna try to get to the outside here, but Ohio does contain it once Max does get to the 2nd level. But it's gonna be a 1st and goal nonetheless, which could turn into a nice touchdown throw, and Cox drops it right there. What a disappointing turn of events. Beautiful throw on the run from Max Carlson that is dropped. However, we do not miss out on any points though, as Garrett Gross does make the catch for 8 yards for Max Carlson's 4th touchdown pass on this game. And then we get the extra point once again, so we're only down by 2 possessions. Can our defense get a stop though? And it looks like the answer is yes, we can. So there may only be a couple minutes left, but we have a really outside shot of coming back and winning this game. But we gotta score on this drive first, and I almost threw another interception. 2nd and 10 though for Volunteers. Max is gonna drop back. He's gonna throw it up the middle, but the safety was ready to pick it off. We're just really glad that he decided to drop it, so thank goodness for that, if I say so myself, because Ron Campbell is going to make this next catch for me for 17 yards on the play. 1st and 10 for the Volunteers. Right before I get hit, I'm going to throw it deep to Ron Campbell, and unfortunately I don't get enough air on it. Gonna have to put in a little bit of work on the throw power in the off season. Gotta work on the arm, but just having a hard time getting enough time to get good throws in. And Dre Miller though, he's gonna gain 36, and we're gonna keep the ball rolling here with this no huddle offense, trying to get something going here. Throw it up the middle, and Nick Price comes in the very last second and tips that away. If I would have lobbed it, I probably would have gotten a touchdown, but unfortunately for some reason I didn't think that was a good idea. Regardless though, Wilkerson, I put it right on the money for him, but he drops it for me too. Receivers are just having a hard time with those contested catches for some reason against a MAC football team, which, no offense to the MAC, but I mean, they're not Power 5 for a reason. As look at that, Gross makes another drop for me. How shocking. So it all comes down to this play right here though. 4th and 10. And we just need to really get some points on the board right now, or not right now, but at least get the 1st down. And Murphy's going to make the catch for me. Corey Murphy with a gain of 16 yards on the play. His only 2nd catch of the game, but it keeps our game hopes alive. And then 1st and goal here. Going to try to throw it away, but I just simply don't have time to do it. And the clock's going to keep running because we need to save those timeouts in case we don't get the onside kick. Next play, Max is going to throw it to Murphy, who drops it for this 3rd and goal. But then on the very next play right here, we're going to drop back for the 55th something drive. And Corey Murphy is going to make the catch for 18, but we're forced to take a timeout. However, very next play though, we're finally able to get into the end zone here for a touchdown. Get a rushing score to complement those scoring tosses. But we do miss out on the 2-point conversion, and this is actually going to end the game right here. Ohio is going to come away with a 45-36 victory. Definitely pretty disappointing, because I really felt like we should have won this game since we're the better team on paper, but we just underestimated this team, and it really showed out there, because not only did they win this game, but they actually dominated us for good portions of it. So there's a lot of work that we need to do, but certainly not my fault though. You see the stats: over 400 yards, 4 TDs, and a rushing touchdown. Before I end this episode though, I want to show you guys some of the upgrades that I'm going to get for Max Carlson, since we do have a good number of points to finally work with. I do work on the throw power, and then I think that's the only thing that I'm going to get. Nope. Yeah, I'm going to get this too, but that's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this video. Make sure you leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and I really appreciate that you take the time though listen to this video. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.